This is where you speak.
I'm Rioyner, and we'll be doing parallel trippers. Are you ready? Whenever.
Yep, ready whenever. So we'll start the timer in three, two, one, go. So there's gonna be a little bit of a delay just because of streaming stuff for anyone watching. So yeah, this is Grandia Parallel Trippers. We play as Yui. He is totally not a ripoff from Red from Pokemon. So don't mention that. Um, so basically, we are in what I assume is like the real world, and right now we're in the classroom. We've got Mizuki, who's our waifu of the game, and Shiro, who is I don't know, he doesn't really like us. He's kind of got the hots for Mizuki, so he challenges us to a Game Boy duel, and spoiler alert, we're gonna win. Um, so he gets pretty angry, and some stuff's gonna go down. Um, Also in chat, how's the audio levels? Is my audible over the game, or is the game too loud? Because I can always change that if someone can let me know. Yeah, so you see on my screen, we won. Shiro's like, oh no, you only won because Mizuki was cheering you on. So he shoves us and takes our Game Boy. Okay, thank you, Fascinated Box. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some clay. Gonna use that later for money, basically. And in this one, I'm gonna get some money for money purposes. Okay, so we're gonna use that later. I'll explain that when it gets to it. But any chests we pick them up for either money or for action cards, which again we'll get into just a little bit later. So Shiro, he's run off. He's gone into the abandoned area of the school, which every school seems to have, apparently. So we're going to search for our Game Boy, and this is where they kind of talk. They're a bit creeped out. So Yui is trying to be nice, you know, oh, I'll help you, I'll save you. And then Mizuki gets a bit weird on us. She's like, hey, if something happens, will you come and save me? And we click sure, A, because we're nice, and B, because that affects the RNG seed, and it also saves a second worth of dialogue. So now I'm gonna get a couple more items. I think, yeah, Rioner's gonna skip getting these items, because he's gonna be doing an RNG manipulation route. Basically, there's sort of like two levels of the RNG manipulation route. We'll get a bit more into that in a bit. But basically, Ryan is going to be doing well, he's going to attempt a full RNG manip run, which saves a ton of time. I'm going to do a partial RNG manip. So I'm not going to carry it all the way through, and I'll explain. There's a good cutscene in a minute to explain what the difference between those is and what affects them. So I'm going to get one last item, and then I'm going to head down to this cutscene. So, for some reason, there's a weird portal opened up, and as you can see on Ryan's stream, that takes us to the world of Grandia. So this is it's kind of like an offshoot of Grandia 1, so you're going to see a lot of familiar faces if you played Grandia 1. 30 if you're in the chat, you'll recognize a lot of these. They don't mean nothing to me because I've not played it, but that's what that is. So the RNG manip, as I mentioned, basically what Ryan did before the start of the run was he held down the A button, which freezes the RNG seed. So if you played Pokemon, you might be familiar with the fact that they'll try and start on like a certain frame to get a certain seed. That's pretty similar to what we're doing, only like the seed resets every time we reset the console. So if we hold the A button, it freezes that seed. So you'll notice Ryan didn't change his name because that advances the RNG. So I did because I'm not too fussed. But a lot of things change RNG. So if I remember right, moving in pretty much any menus, moving the cursor, that advances the RNG. Dialogue boxes advance the RNG. When we get into battles, the RNG seed is frozen, but then the enemies we choose to fight, where we put ourselves on the IP bar, things like that, they all advance the RNG. So what Rioyner's gonna try and do is hold a certain RNG seed throughout the entire run, which is very difficult, not just because you have to be really precise with your menuing, but also because one main thing that affects the RNG is enemy movement. So obviously the randomly moving enemies can affect the RNG depending on where they move. So if an enemy moves just slightly wrong, then that's Rioyner's route kind of done, and he's gonna have to adapt to that on the fly. But we've got some safety strats. I'm gonna be doing a safer RNG manip strat, which I'll talk about when we get to. So right now we're meeting Pinky. She's going to help us out throughout the game. Sorry if you can hear me mashing, there's a lot of mashing. This is like the longest cutscene. So we're getting close to it. Rioyner, is there anything else you want to add about the RNG manip? I know you can't talk too much, but...
Nah, I think you covered it.
Okay, cool. Alright, so now the most important thing after this cutscene, which I believe Rioyner's already done, is to go into the menu, and we're going to turn on fast text speed and turn off the battle animations. That is super important, and I used to forget that all the time. So that's the main thing. Right, then we're gonna get some money, and I'm gonna get stuck on that horrible pixel that just sticks out. And then we're gonna go off to the tree sea. Hopefully I get an instant text glitch here. Nope, didn't get it. It's kind of weird. There's a way, I don't quite know how it works, but if you mash just right in a like a transition, it will just advance the text with you just holding the buttons instead of mashing. Just way easier on the fingers, but hey ho, can't be helped. So Guido's coming in now. He's basically saying, hey, I've got like a cool shop that you can use in these little save points. We're not going to use that whatsoever. I don't think Rioyner's going to use it at all. I'm going to use it a little bit later to sell some items. But we press no on that one. Again, that changes RNG. And this first fight that we're coming up to now, we're going to do because we want some certain drops. So Rioyner's is guaranteed. Mine is not so much guaranteed. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully I get a combo. So that means I don't have to skip with Yui. Or as I named him, 30. Alright, so I didn't get a gash route there, so I'm gonna grind on this one. Because I want 3 for my route. So I'm just gonna grind out for those. It's gonna cost me some time, but it'll save me some time later. So hopefully, come on, give it to me. Didn't get it, come on. Alright, I'm gonna go get this chest. Give me a little bit more money. Not getting good. I must have goofed my RNG at some point. I could have goofed it when putting in the name. Which is why you really shouldn't put in a name, but I want it to represent 30, so. Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Guy's a madman. Oh, are you serious? 3 battles, still no gash route.
Dang.
It's got to be this time. Oh, you're not doing... Are you doing Blast Rage strats?
Nah.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
I never routed that out for RNG
Okay.
map. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna give it a bash once I get there. So I'm gonna be losing a ton of time Rioyner is already in the first dungeon, and he's going to be doing some pretty precise menuing. Every input is important, and what he's going to do, come on, Gas Shroud. Really bad RNG. So, every input is important, so even if it looks like he's just kind of fumbling around in the menus, he isn't. He's got some stuff to do. Because basically like I said, every menu movement affects the RNG. So he's doing a precise series of inputs to make sure that he gets the cards that he needs. So you see on Slash, he manipulated that to, there we go, 2 Gas Shrouds, I'm good. So he did that, so when he cancelled, I think it was 4 or 5 times, that gave him Cancel Sword. That's going to be useful. It's going to... Of course I fell off. There we go. Cancel Sword's going to be used instead of healing for him. He's always going to heal when he needs to, but... that helps him not have to heal as much, because you can just cancel the enemy's attacks, which is pretty useful.
I heal once in the entire run.
Once in the entire run. So, yeah, Rioyner's strat is crazy risky. I'm actually going to do something that's going to put me way further behind. I'm actually going to A, go the wrong way, because I'm an idiot, and B, I'm going to go back to the main town, because I want to go buy a platinum card. What the platinum cards are basically souped up action cards. I went the wrong way again. I've not slept enough. Apologies. What was I saying? Yeah, so the action cards, they're what we use in combat, and we can get super powerful ones for 1,000 gold. So here's where I'm going to use the RNG manip. So I'm going to hard reset. I'm going to hold the A button. That's going to take me right back into the game. Continue, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 menu movements. Make sure to say yes to the platinum card seller, and that's going to give me Blast Raid. So we're going to use that later on in the run. And that's super helpful for the non-manip, like the not full manip route. Mostly just because we're going to buy some more cards later, and it's pretty much RNG what cards you get. And that's... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. It's pretty much RNG what cards we get, and you need some specific cards for later on. And if you don't get one of those, it can be a nightmare trying to fix it. So I'm way behind. Rioyner's already beasted Trent, which is the first proper boss. I believe you do that in 1 turn. Is it 1 turn you can do that, or is it 2?
Oh, yes, it's 1 turn.
1 turn. So that's the power of the RNG manip. I managed to use a little bit there, so the manip I used to get Blast Raid, that allowed me to get a Gas Shroud drop. From this boss here. I'm so behind. This is interesting. Well, I'll explain.
It's easy to lose RNG in Volag, so
yeah,
I'm like, lose it here.
Yeah, I always lose it in Volcano. That's why I didn't really learn it. So Rioyner's in the Volcano now. This is the second area of the game. Basically, what's happened is, so we've been transported to the world of Grandia, as I said before, and Liet has told us that to get back to our world, we need 3 keys, and we're going to find them. So the first one was in Treacy, and the second one was in, excuse me, well, is in, wait, hold on, I need to do some RNG manip. 2, 3, 4 should give me a Cancel Sword. 5? Okay, I've goofed up my RNG manip. It's fine now. So we got Cancel Sword. Burn. We're gonna craft 2 Burn Flare. level 2 will be fine, I'll make do. And heal, I want to make into all healer. There we go. That's not so bad. And then I'm just going to recover on here. So what was I saying? So 3 keys. So we need 3 keys to get back to our world, the real world, not the Grandia world. So that's kind of just what we're doing. So second one's in Volcano. I'm going to fight some guys now. So for this fight, Burn Flare is like an all enemy sort of attack. So we try and use those wherever possible. Just because it's the best way to clear out a load of enemies at once. Because there's only ever 3 enemies on screen, so that's not too bad. And the less time we have to spend attacking each of them is obviously a big time bonus. So now I'm going to finally explain the combat system, even though you've probably all seen it on Rioyner's. So they took the battle system from Grandia 1 and he changed it a little bit. So you can see the... Oh, what's this strat here? Burn Flare 5. Burn 2. Cancel sword 3. Okay. Yeah, so the combat. So you see this bar at the bottom. That's basically the IP gauge. But instead of in like Grandia 1 where you're just kind of on there, what it does is you can basically place yourself anywhere on this IP gauge as long as there isn't another person occupying that space. And that basically means the higher up on this gauge you are, the more powerful your attack. But the more chance the enemy has to get a hit in. So you kind of want to play both ends of it. So you need to balance doing a powerful attack, but also not getting beasted by all the enemies. So that's pretty important. I'm like 2 minutes behind PB right now. I did not get good luck. Yeah, so that's kind of the combat system. It's a little bit confusing first time you play it, especially coming from like a Grandia game. But it's not too bad. It's pretty interesting actually. I don't think there's many other games with a system like it. And let's see, it's Rioyner beasting the platforming section.
I might have goofed RNG at the menuing, but
Nice.
I think it's fine.
Sorry, I forget.
I might
Yeah, you're just getting to the fight, aren't you?
I might have saved it, but I'm not sure. I got correctly 19, so
Hey, that's not bad. That's not
maybe.
bad. Let's see. If Rioyner's done his job right, he will do this fight in 2 turns, or is it still 1 turn again?
Nah, Fire Golem takes a couple turns,
Couple
like
turns.
3-ish.
3. That
3,
is
4.
3 turns is a massive improvement over any other run, any other non-RNG manip. Fire Golem is
He's rough.
He's really rough. And I'm gonna be safety saving before this fight. Even though I'm nowhere near. I'm at the 2D side-scrolling platforming section, which is not seen anywhere else in the game. Not too sure why they added it, really. It's a nice change of pace. But yeah, Fire Golem is super rough. He can really just wipe you out. If you get a bad RNG seat, there's not a lot you can do. If Fire Golem wants you dead, you're dead. Like, that's it, so. I'm gonna be safety saving. Yeah, Kaiser, we're doing very different routes. Rioyner's is quicker, but a lot riskier. Mine is slower, but a fair bit safer. and I might
I
have a
saved the
chance of
arm.
catching up. I also lost a lot of time early game because I didn't get the good drop. Casually, it's pretty fun. It's a bit tricky. It's easy to, well, I found it pretty easy to get lost. Because there's actually quite a bit to do. But if you wanted to just beast through it, like, you could do it in a few hours, like, if you followed a guide and didn't do, like, anything. Like, if you just went through the main story and didn't explore anything, or get lost, you can beast through it in a couple of hours. Hopefully I don't get this encounter. Nice. Right, so now, what am I doing? Action cards. I'm gonna remove a couple of cards. It's not the right menu. So, Strike and Tremor. They're gone. Justin. I'm gonna give Crackling. And Blast Raid. Just because I'm not sure which is better. Where am I at? And then Sue. I'm gonna replace her shot with Water Shot. So that's that menu and done. Then I'm gonna go into the thingy. I'm gonna recover, and I'm gonna synthesize. Tidal Heart, I will answer your question in a second. I just have a little bit of menuing. So Crackling, I want to do a Tremor, and I want to get a level. Okay, that's good. I got a level 11, so we'll go with that, and that's good. So what made me want to speedrun this game is I joined the Grandia Discord in like February, and they were putting together this marathon. And they didn't really have anyone for Parallel Trippers, so I was like, hey, I'll learn Parallel Trippers, because, like, nearly got a perfect sweep of games, and, like, they were just missing a runner for Parallel Trippers. So that's why I started learning it. And then Rioyner came, and just decimated the entire category. So absolutely decimated it, so... Yeah, so now it's a race, which is good, so you'll get to see an experienced runner do the game, and you'll get to see me do the game. So, but it is a fun game. Right. So Water Shot 5, cancel effect, Crackling 8, and lost a bit of health. Cancel Sword on the Golem on 3, hopefully get a bit of a combo out of it, and also
Best cutscene, by the way.
What's that?
Best cutscene.
Oh yeah, the what's it? What's the word I'm looking for? The Zeppelin.
Airship thing.
Airship. I've not had enough sleep. Oh, don't kill anyone. Okay, I'm gonna all heal it here. Hopefully get another combo in here. Nope. But it's fine, because everyone's dead. I'm having a pretty good fight right now. This is still Grandia playing all night. I guess I can talk a little bit about the game. So, this game came out, I believe, December 22nd, of the year 2000, if I remember correctly. It was made by Hudson Soft, and released for the Game Boy Color as a Japan exclusive. I'm playing on a ROM hack of the game. Shit. Sorry 30. Wasn't meant to say that. Sugar is what I said. Moving on. What was I saying? The English patch. It's a fan translation. 30, are you playing on English? I've not actually seen. You are playing in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quicker to play on the Japanese original text. But we don't, for stream purposes as well, it's, like, for you guys, it's a lot nicer to read English And I also haven't learned the Japanese text yet. Okay, I'm done. I had a pretty rough fire golem. So, you can see how much the RNG minute really helps. Because he's now getting to the 3rd boss, and I'm just finishing the 2nd. And I took about 5 or 6 turns there, and nearly lost Sue, whereas Rioyner just smashed it.
Oh, RNG's dead.
Have you lost it?
Yep, it's dead.
Alright, so we're back on level playing field. Yeah. Oh,
I clicked remove party member instead of switch.
Oh shit. Crap, I did it again. Sorry, 30. Not enough sleep. Sugar. Jeez. I'm gonna have to like get a sensor or something. I don't mean to. It's pretty early over here, and I've been up for a while. I think the reason they don't make Grandia games anymore, Toshiban, is just that they weren't. Thank you, person down under. They weren't really massively popular, I don't think. Like Grandia 1 got, like, it's well known, but it's not like none of my friends have really heard of it. And like Grandia 2 again is a good game, but no one's really heard of it. Grandia 3 didn't even come out in Europe. And again, it got fairly average reviews in America from what I read before. I think it was like a 67% on GameSpot or something like that. And this game did not get a good reception. This game got 24 out of 40 on Famitsu. The main complaint being that it wasn't really a Grandia game, which I kind of disagree, but yeah, true, a lot of good RPGs are not so good anymore. Like, if you've seen what they did to Breath of Fire, jeez, that is not good. Let's take a great RPG and turn it into a mobile game. Like, I don't even know what they were thinking. Right, so I'm in Sky Isles now. So I'm caught up to Rioyner just about. We're at least in the same level.
I took Sky a bit slow.
Yeah, I'm gonna blaze through. Once I remember how to hit the cannons. I'm gonna mess it up. And I'm gonna talk to Milda. If anyone knows what Milda's significance is in the Grandia universe, then feel free to tell me, but I have absolutely no idea. Like I said, not played Grandia 1. I'm waiting on the remaster, so Gung Ho, if you're watching, you know, hit us up. We want that remaster. Alright, best cutscene. Alright, cutscene over, so I'm gonna go in the right door, because that's actually quicker. I always used to go in the left door, like bottom left for whatever reason. Yeah, I can explain it again for you playing all night. So, the game's story. We are playing as Yui, not Red from Pokemon, and we were on a hunt for our Game Boy, and we got sucked into the Grandia universe. And to get out, we have to find 3 keys in the Grandia world. And that's basically the gist. Some of the stuff happens in between. Hopefully not gonna hit this guy. Or fall off, which I didn't, so that's nice. I'm gonna go in here to get another item. Not fall off. Recover here. So this fight is why it's really important for me to get a good crackling. Because if I don't get a good crackling, I can't take these guys out in one go. And I want to do that. Was that the right amount of crackling? Yes, there we go. I didn't even get Death Sphere. So I'm gonna have to recover again. If the game will let me walk up. I hate this fan room so much. Literally the one time I don't get Death Sphere first try. Crackling. Alright, hopefully I get it this time.
You might catch up in a second.
Death Sphere. Okay, we're good. We're good. I got it. So I'm gonna hit this switch. That's pretty important. This fan room is absolutely awful. Over here, basically that room, like, it pushes you down. It is a fun game. It is, I quite enjoy it. And it's a nice change of pace for me speedrun-wise. Because I used to speedrun a lot of, like, action games. This room is bad. If you hit that guy who's blocking that hallway, it's basically run over. Because you can't do any good attacks on him. And, or at least we might be able to now we have Blast Raid. But, okay. So I'm gonna do a quick bit of menuing here. So I want to give Yui Resurrect. And I want to give Milda... I want to give Milda either Hell Fever or Death Sphere. Whichever's the lowest level, so that's Hell Fever. So I'm going to give him that. And then I'm going to equip Milda with the Talisman, which should be one of two things I own. Also, the menu in this game is super rough. It's like, there's like a second of input delay on every input. So I'm going to swap Milda out. And then go into here, recover. And then I'm going to synthesize some more cards. So I'm going to mix this with Runner, hopefully get Resurrect right away. No, wait, Protect. I didn't want Resurrect. Jesus. Milda, I'm going to craft Hell Fever with Death Sphere. That should give me Cyber Attack right away, which it did. So that's nice. And that is that, so I'm going to do a quick safety save. There, and now I'm going to fight Werven. So I've actually managed to make up a little bit of time. So, not too bad. Right. So, here's what we're going to do in this fight. So, going to use our Platinum card with Thingy, what's he called? Justin. And with Milda, we're going to use Cyber Attack. And what Cyber Attack does is it basically reduces whoever you hit with its stats. And that's going to be very useful. That's going to be like the whole crux of the run, basically. And I just got popped. Oh, that's nice. What I'm also going to do is use Protect. That's going to make me immune to physical attacks. So that's pretty handy for this boss. I'm going to try and get one in.
Oh, it is.
Soon. I'm going to protect Milda as well. So we've dropped the Werven stats. Where was it? So you can see on my screen, this is immune to weapons, which is good. Now I'm going to do a slightly more powerful cyber attack. Oh no, I'm not, because I need AP. If we need AP, we can regain it by skipping some turns. Almost swore, but I didn't. I put it on the wrong thing. I'm going to do a quick all healer here, just to get some more HP.
Let's actually put...
So I'm not getting lucky with my cyber attacks. I've not been able to do much damage, but hopefully we should be good. Get a blast raid in on 3. And get an all healer on 4. That should help us out a little bit. Honestly, oh, also, in regards to the IP bar, when you do attacks, you also get, like, some status effects whilst you're waiting. So, like, in this case, like, for healing, every turn we're waiting to heal, whoever casted heal will also, like, get healed every turn. So, that is very handy. We do that quite a bit. What is this here, that Boyd? You don't know? It's Grandia Parallel Trippers. Arguably the best Grandia game that ever came to the West. Okay, I should be done with... Oh, you're already at Fake. This Woven fight is rough. Not as rough as... There we go, Woven defeated. Nice. Not as rough
I died.
as... Did you die on
I
Woven?
died on. I died on Werfen, or whatever his name is, earlier.
I'm still gonna say what I was gonna say. So you're less likely to die on Woven than Fire Golem. But it's still a tricky fight. It's, like I say, early game's pretty tricky. Later in the game, it gets a little easier. Especially if... oh, you've lost your RNG, haven't you?
Yeah, lost it in.
Do you think you can get it back?
Nah, I have some safety things to do though
Okay.
for RNG.
So, I mean, what Rioyner could do if he knew exactly what seed he needed and it was gonna help, he could hard reset and get that seed back. But again, that would cost time. So he's just gonna make the best of it. That's not where I want to go. Tranquil Sea. Hey Leo, how's it going? So were you gonna say something, Rihanna?
I'm gonna do a hard reset in a second,
Oh, okay.
so I can quickly kill Fake Lily.
Blast Ray. Skip. This should kill them. If it doesn't, I'll be upset. Oh, Blast Ray. Okay, so Blast Ray doesn't kill the two seamen. Seamen. Get your minds out the gutter. No, that was rubbish. Okay, make a note of that. That attack is no good. Normally what we'd use is we'd use our platinum card there, and that would take them out in one turn. But it didn't. Now we're gonna fight. The run, it's going, I think kind of middling for the both of us, I think.
Yeah.
It's not been our best efforts. But, you know, not bad. Ooh, jeez. I lost a lot of health. So Milder's not really... He's not going to be too useful attack-wise for a little bit. Like, Cyber Attack's good, but it's not a decent source of DPS. That's going to fall on Justin, and then later on some other characters. And we definitely need to reroute a little bit to give Justin a bit more beef. Maybe give them a good item or something.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he's not so good. No, it's not so good with Blast Raid. Oh my god. So you know the fight that's meant to take like one turn before Fake Lily?
The sea dudes.
Yeah. Like the one after the 2, the 3.
Oh, that one can be rough.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
it's taken me a while. It's normally a one-turn fight if you have the right items. If you have like a good burn flare, that's really useful. So I don't know. It might be worth us getting burn flare first, maybe. Can I do any attacks? It might be worth getting burn flare first and then manipping blast raid later. But you know, for now we will make do. I hope you weren't planning on this run being on estimate. Oh my god, it missed! 30, you're letting me down. Do I finally have AP for anything? There we go. This should take them out.
No.
I'm literally drained of AP. Okay, defeated. Finally. I guess we could buff cyber attack right now, but I don't know if it makes that much difference. So what was a moderately close race is now nowhere near.
Did that fight just take forever?
It took so long. It took like 6 turns. I'm just getting to Guido on the boat.
Oh.
I mean, you know, you could still goof.
I could.
That's what I'm hoping. Although if you can save your RNG manip, I watched your run. That last fight looks super scary. I'm not gonna spoil anything for the viewers if you're gonna do that same strat.
I don't think I can.
Well, I'll spoil it then. Basically, so the last fight, he ends up with 1 character left with fairly low HP, but it just carries through, and like, I would not be able to cope with that sort of pressure.
Mildo's all we really need for the last
Yeah.
fight.
Oh, do I think I need to activate this one. I forget. Do you need to activate the save points to warp to him, or
I think
can you just go past him?
no. You can just go past him.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't need to do that. Now I'm going to fall off because I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Oh my jeez. So, you can make that path visible. Not making it visible saves a few seconds, unless you fall off. Which I did. But yeah, it's fine. Hey, Rasma, glad to see you're enjoying it. So there's a good bit of story development happening on Rioyner's screen right now.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to talk about that now, or do you want to wait till I get there and I can talk about it?
You talk about it.
Okay. I'll explain the story in a little bit. Jesus, right. Recover. Okay, we need to do some stuff. So, action card. User, remove, protect from Yui, move, crackling, and lacerate. Justin. It's input delay. Arena magic. So we're gonna give her protect and crackling, and then I'm going to give Arena the confuse charm. That is gonna stop her from getting confused. You know, oddly enough. And now I'm gonna get rid of Justin. We could have done this earlier. In fact, it might have been better for me to do this earlier. maybe we should do that. Maybe that should be the strat. Because Blast Ray just was not helpful there at all. Right, then I'm gonna go to the Guido shop. Only time I'm gonna see the shop during the game. And I'm gonna sell all of my items. Don't need any of them. I didn't even use any during my casual playthrough. Because, like, I just didn't even look at them, because, like, you just heal during battle and stuff.
You don't really need them.
No, you don't need them whatsoever. So we do that to get money, and then I'm gonna warp back to the Lost City. But yeah, like, in the Discord, they're like, oh, you can use this item to make this. I was like, items? You can use those? It was interesting. But I had a fairly... Oops, and I fell off. Of course I did. Alright, Fake Lily. I was meant to save beforehand, but we'll be fine. Fake Lily's not too bad. But if I die, it's run over. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Right. So Fina is gonna burn flare on 6. Boopity Boop is gonna cyber attack. What's his name? Milda. And oh, am I confused? Ah, rubbish. It's fine. No, we killed the 2 pirates. So now I'm gonna do another burn flare for 6. He brought back a pirate, but it's not he, it's a woman. Not he. Hopefully this should be fight over. No, not quite. One more turn. But 30 is confused. So hopefully he doesn't attack me. I'm just gonna do crash, that should be enough. Combo. Yes, it's a pirate woman, but don't worry, she's not real. Or, I forget who she is. She's someone else. Is she, is it one of the people we fight later in the graveyard? Is that who she is? I don't remember.
Who?
Fake Lily. I forget the names. Chankin
no.
Poncho or something?
I don't think she is.
Nah, I don't know. I don't remember. I skipped through all the text. So this point in the game is actually interesting. It's the only point in the game where if you're not reading the text, you will have no idea what to do. They basically say at the end of that conversation, like, hey, let's go talk to Liette. And they're like, yeah, cool, let's go talk to Liette. But every other time in the game, it just takes you to where you need to go. You'll just warp there. But this one actually makes you go there and initiate the conversation. And, like, you enter the room, it doesn't initiate the conversation, you actually have to go talk to her. So that confused me a little bit during my first playthrough. But, you know, you figure it out. So now I'm gonna buy some platinum cards. Because I did the manip earlier, oops, it really doesn't matter what cards I get here. We're literally just gonna use these to... Oh, I keep hitting no. I wish the default option was yes. So I'm gonna buy 3. We probably only need 2. But, you know, just to be a little bit safe. Now where am I going? Now for a bit of story development. Are you already at Golem 2?
Yes.
Okay. So a bit of story development. So we now have the 3 keys, and we're gonna go back to our world. So just ignore Rioyner's screen. This is the end of the game. We're at the final stretch. There is no plot twist about to happen. So we have to solve a block puzzle here. Fortunately, it's a lot easier than the one in Pokemon Gold that you do in the ice caverns. That one took me forever as a child. So I'm just gonna push some blocks. It's pretty easy. I think this is the quickest way of doing it, but I never actually checked. I just found a way of doing it. But it seems to be the quickest. Oops, come on. Also, the collision in this game is super wonky. It's, like, if you're not dead on an object, you'll just, like, skim off it, and it's super annoying. And if you're, like, one frame too late on a ledge, instead of jumping, you'll fall off that. So, yeah, a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. I didn't just mute my mic, did I?
No, you're good.
No, I didn't. I thought I hit a button on my stream deck. It's fine. So yeah, at this point, so we've got the 3 keys. We're here with Mizuki. Pinky's pretty, like, upset for some reason, though. So here we are, Mizuki and Shiro. We found them. Somehow they already beat us here. Don't quite know how that works, seeing as we had to do all this cool stuff to get here, but they must have just snuck in. Oh no! Pinky is attacking Mizuki! Why could that be? Mizuki's so nice and pure. Well, whatever. We're just gonna walk over. Nothing suspicious about that at all. Who is winning? Rioyner is winning by a landslide. He's about a level ahead. But it could all change. So yeah, so at this point now, Mizuki is like, I'm kind of tired, or I'm sleepy, or it's, I'm really upset, because Pinky just hit me. So we're gonna rest here for a while, and he's like, cool, I'll go up to the entrance to our world. Surely you'd just want to go to the entrance to our world. He doesn't find anything suspicious about that whatsoever. He's a little bit naive. So now we're here. We're at the Temple of White. You'll notice a save point there. We never actually use it. And it's like, those guys are taking a while. And then Mizuki's like, hey, let's sack off Yui. Like, I want you, Shiro. It's always been you. And Shiro being a teenager? I don't actually know their ages, or a child. It's like, yeah, screw Yui. Let's, I want to get some of that hot Mizuki action. And then Mizuki starts glowing, which again is not suspicious to anyone. Especially not Shiro. He's blinded by the female. So our keys are vanishing. That's a bit weird. And then we feel a bit ill. But the door's open. Let's go. Oh no, Gulgan, who is someone. And now we're back to the thing. Turns out we've been trapped. The bad guy Gulgan has actually taken over Mizuki. And wants to steal the keys, so I think so he can go to the regular world and sort of mess stuff up. Don't quite remember, but do you remember, Rioyner? Did you pay attention to the plot in this game?
I don't remember it. It was a while ago.
The plot's not important.
That's why I'm letting you tell all the story. I don't know it.
I tried looking as much up as I could, but there's not a lot of info around. Let's see, Hugh LN. There is actually a people catching mechanic in this game as well. There's quite a few characters you can recruit. We skip all of that. Really, we only use like the ones the game gives you. But you can go out of your way to get other characters. I think there's like 20 something, 23, 22.
About that.
Something like that. Do I need to do anything on this save? No, I don't. I'm good. Oh wait, no, I do. I need to boost my cyber attack. Yeah, so you can get more characters. We don't need them. So now I'm gonna use those platinum cards I got to boost my cyber attack to a full level, essentially turning it into a platinum card. I'm also going to make sure to not accidentally use Blast Raid, because that's currently not equipped to anyone. And that would be run over if I use Blast Raid. So, avoiding that double crash is fine. So now I have level 50 cyber attack. Didn't need to do anything else. Yes. And then I'm gonna recover. And then I'm gonna walk to the village. Oops. Did it again. And now we vaguely remember that there was a key here that we couldn't get to before. But you know, now these guys are passed out, so it's like, oh hey, we can just go steal the key. But then a big chungus comes waddling through, and we have to fight Fire Golem again. So we are going to do that. So I'm gonna use Crackling again. Cree, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's not officially translated, it's a fan translation. But it is, like, pretty spot on. The only issue with it, really, is that when you change your character name, it doesn't update the text in the game, but it updates in, like, the battles and the menus. Oh, did I swear again? I didn't swear, did I? Oh, I'm not doing so well with this. Sorry if I swore again. I don't remember swearing though. Yeah, so the dialogue and stuff will will still say, oh, interesting, I just lost Yui. I can bring him back though. Oh, no, you can say heck. I think that's some of the games that don't like that. Okay, I've got 30 back. Hopefully I don't get decimated again, otherwise that was a waste of time. That was a waste of time. Get him resurrected. If I die, it's run over. But it's fine, because we killed him. So you can see we did like a load of damage there. That's thanks to cyber attack. Basically, oh, hold on, Ghostland. So cyber attack basically reduces every stat that an enemy has, pretty much. So we make good use of that. So we do a certain amount of cyber attacks and then hit them with another move, an offensive move, and that just wipes them out completely. So now we're at Pakon and Chang. Well, I am. Rioyner is currently fighting them both. And I don't know what relevance they have to the story, but I'm gonna do a quick little minigame. And this little quiz, it's random every time, so I have to pay super close attention to the questions. Okay, good. Alright, next one. Next one. Like I said, it's random every time, so I have to be really observant of the questions. Otherwise, I will goof.
The quiz gives you a very overpowered item.
Oh my god, which question, man? Question 2. Okay, and also that was a lie. It's not random, it's the same every time. I was memeing on you all.
I was about to say.
Anytime there's like a pattern that's always guaranteed, I like to pretend that it's not guaranteed. Just to mess with people. But yeah, we get a very overpowered item. We are going to use that in a second. Oh wait, I am completely going the wrong way. I'm way too early. I was about to go fight Pakon and Chang, but nowhere near. Right. Sorry, title. Right, action cards. Magic. Hellburner. Okay, Gadwin. Gonna give him Blast raid. So now it's safe. Thank you, Leo. And Guido, I'm not gonna bother removing that from Guido. There's just no point. We don't use sniper shot whatsoever. Elder remove talisman. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty bad with my menuing. You can lose a lot of time in menuing. Attach. Talisman. And so look at my stats here. And I'm gonna put on Satan Ring. And everything just jumps up so much. Gimme. There we go. And then I'm gonna swap. I'm not gonna swap anyone, I'm just gonna put Gadwin into the party. Because we've lost Fina and Justin. They've gone somewhere else. And I've already recovered. Don't go in. I went in the spawn point. It's fine now.
This minigame right here gives a lot of plot to the game.
Oh yeah, best minigame. Pay close attention. Not slash, blast raid. Okay, noise. Don't need that many over there. I do need to. 1, 2. So I'm making sure to stay down here, because there's actually a cutscene that we can skip. I see Rioyner nailed that minigame. Got that plot development right in there.
Yep.
So the sled is the key to the real world. It's not. It's there's a few minigames like that. You can do one in Volcano to what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. You can do it in Volcano to get to like an extra character and stuff. Like a few extra items. I think there's a few minigames like that. I didn't see any of them. But...
There's a couple of them.
Yeah. Like
I don't remember exactly where, but...
Yeah, the one in the Volcano, you can actually get extra action cards from it. But it would take too long. And like, it's random. So like, we could manip them, I guess. But when we can manip cards so easy, there's absolutely no point. I feel like I've been here to pack on and Changa stealing map or something. Oh, you're in a massacre machine. And the music is fire time. Right. It was weird watching the Grandia Grandia 1 run. I was like, hey, I recognize all these songs, but they sound way more orchestrated. Like this game, the soundtrack to this game is basically Grandia 1 but 8-bit, and they did a very, very good job. If I do say so myself. Okay, through here. Picking up some more pinky fruits. Why is it taking so long? And then I go back. So now I go 5-pack on check. So something I need to do here. Is there something I need to do here? No, I'm just gonna recover. I don't need to equip anything. I am gonna save though. Just in case. I want a couple of safety saves. Sorry if you can hear me mashing. I'm using a smash box, so it's a little bit noisy. But fight pads are the best RPG controllers. Just throwing it out there. You should see the menuing I can do in Grandia too. It is unreal.
Actually,
Busting out them mushroom clouds like it's nothing. Okay, so now I'm up to Pakon and Chang. It's a boss fight. I forget the point in it, so I'm gonna do Blast Raid, which is super overpowered. And I'm gonna charge up a long cyber attack. And then I'm not gonna skip, I'm going to all healer on 4. Because I feel like, yeah, Pakon and Chang are gonna do a bit of damage, so I just want to account for that. But we should be able to clear up a lot with the blast raids. And especially, like, you see that's like, now that we've got Cyber Attack Platinum, Cyber Attack drops way more status. So it makes it a lot easier. So this should be Pakon down. Nope. I don't know my game. This will be Pakon down. Maybe. I might be lying again. I'm just kind of guessing at this point. I should be using Hellburner, I believe. Yep. So this might be everyone down? There we go. That's both of them down. So coming up to the second to last area. For me, I think Rioyner is coming up to the end of it. But the last 2 areas aren't actually too bad.
there's only like 2 bad parts in Mechanical Empire, but other than like
Yeah, it's like Serpent can be a bit tricky. But...
Serpent and then an encounter.
Oh, I think I know which one. Wait, is it one of the forced ones or is it the ape?
I don't remember what it is, but
I know
I know where it is.
That ape is super tricky to dodge. You know that one with the stairs in the
Stand
front left?
next. Yeah, I know. It's that one.
Yeah, that one is easy. Is Rioyner? No, Rioyner's PB is 105.
Oh, my PB's dead.
Yeah, unfortunately no PB for you, Rioyner.
RIP. Oh. I don't like dropped inputs for this game. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I see you. Oh, you're in the last world now.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry that I've not been talking too much. It's 3 AM.
Oh, that's cool. Right, what do I do now? So I'm gonna go talk to a snowman. You might recognize the song Proud Main if you've... Wait, that was the wrong way. What am I doing? If you play Grandia 1, you will recognize the songs. Because it's just all Grandia 1 music.
Ooh.
So we're gonna talk to the snowman. He's like, hey, I'm trying to get this ice off my house. Which I think is cannibalism, but I'm not sure. Sue's little helper, whose name escapes me, Puffy, I think it is, uses a bunch of fire around him, and somehow doesn't melt Uncle Snowman. So we do that to get a pickaxe. Or pickaxey things. And now I'm gonna go to the biggest plot development of the game. Can't believe I knew I was gonna be far behind. I didn't realize how much. I've had some pretty bad fights. So. Right now, bros.
I wish Best minigame.
Best minigame. I also notice it plays the battle music here, because it's like super intense. Oop, oh shit. Gain some speed. Goal! Alright, there we go. I did the best minigame. Oh, I hope I finish in less than 20 minutes. I'm not too sure though. I think I should. Because World Edge isn't actually that long. I'm getting Meteor Strike. I'm doing that so I can craft Bang later. Which is similar to Protect, except it works for magic instead. Where am I at? Top switch, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna use that for similar strats. I don't think Rioyner does that.
Nah.
Quick input in that room, if you don't hold up on that thing, then that guy will come get you super quick. This game is called Parallel Trippers because they take a trip into a parallel world. Yeah, it's just a play on the name. So my blast blade is so powerful. Scary corridor. So these bits, we just damage tank through these. Oh, I thought you were genuinely curious. It's fine, other people know now. Yeah, to be fair, I didn't know this game existed either before I started looking into the speedrun. This room is awful, by the way. You know the one with the moving platform?
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Like you could either make the platform or just wait.
There we go. I got there eventually. I fell off 3 times. Now to get the... I always... Oh, jeez, he's never moved like that before.
Oh, dang, you got the...
No! I never get that encounter. Give me a run. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna recover. I always forget to do the menuing first and then activate instead. So we're getting rid of all healer for Meteor Strike.
Serpent could be rough, depending on if he, like, kills Fina really quickly, which
believe,
can very much happen.
I believe. Or if you want to waste like 20 minutes, I won't complain.
And Fina's dead. I'm resetting that.
Oh really? Strike. So I want to put. Did I want to put all healer? Oh, I did. It's right there. I need to sleep. Godwin. This is where my menuing really starts to fall apart. Apologies. A little bit sloppy. Milda. So now we're basically putting everything into Milda. So now Milda is going to be our DPS. It's a serpent.
I don't know how you describe the serpent. It's weird.
The snake with like a head that comes out of its neck. Light robe. And magic charm. Godwin. Move both. Zelda. Patch. God, come on, there we go. I don't know why, like, the menus in the accessory screen are always slow for me. Alright, and a quick painting room. And then we change party. We're gonna swap Gadwin out. We don't want him anymore. We want Fina back. Yeah. And then side. So we've already got cancel sword, so we don't need that. So what I want to do is a monster.
Okay.
I want a card called Bang. That's what I'm looking for. But unfortunately, it's a pretty rare card. I could try and manip it, but I've not figured that out yet. But that's 10 AM. Sorry about that. Oh, come on, don't let me down now. Poison might work. Wow. 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 Getting a lot of wows, not getting a lot of bangs. Story of my life.
My time's gonna be like a 117, maybe.
Nice. If I can ever get bang, then we'll be good to go.
I have a backup reset for Gulgan, just in case. So we're gonna be doing that.
Give me, come on. Poison just gives me wow. Fresh gives me Book Killer. Immediate Strike. I need bang. Not going well for me. Yes, there was a Game Boy Grandia. We are currently playing it. Right, whatever. Risky strats. No bang. You don't need it. It's not necessary. It helps an awful lot though. I just wasn't getting it. I didn't get good drops. Okay. We need to do a certain amount of cyber attacks. We need to do like 13 thingies worth of cyber attacks. Yeah, self. Cancel sword.
Cyber attack 6. Oh, it's gonna be like a 119. Never mind.
Alright, that's pretty good. I'm gonna be a while yet, so. Cyber attack. So I want to do 7 now. Just gonna heal. Be safe. Who's in front? Rioyner is about to beat the game. But my end game is not so good. So
119.12.
nice. GG, dude.
I wish it didn't drop the minute early on, but
Yeah.
other than that,
So now that I've done a decent amount of damage, I'm now going to start hitting him with the attacks. So I didn't do enough. I thought I could do a 1, but I'm going to do a burn flare here. I don't know if burn flare's good. And then I'm going to do a level 8. Okay, nope, didn't even need to do that. Okay. Onto Mechanical Empire. A second. Can I do it in 10 minutes? We'll see. I'm hoping so.
an evil scyther on steroids.
Yeah,
That's
it's not
basically
about.
what it is.
Yeah, it's not about the mechanical. The well done, boss. Yes, it is. It's a separate story. It's basically a different story, but there are Grandia characters here. So, it's kind of canon, maybe? I'm sure 30 can...
I think
attest
it's
to that.
considered a spin-off.
Yeah, it's like an offshoot. It wasn't made by the same people. It was licensed by whoever makes the Grandia games. I forget. I know it's not Gung Ho, but it's. I don't know if it's considered alternate. I'd say. It's not necessarily after Game Arts. Sorry, yes, that's who makes it. It wasn't made by Game Arts. It was made by Hudson. Okay. Yeah, it's not. It's nothing canon with Grandia really, but. Ryan, have you got any anything you want to say while I'm getting caught up?
Don't really know. The ending is basically just the characters go back to their home world.
Yeah, pretty much. There is a kind of, I guess it's not really New Game Plus, like, you can keep playing once you beat the game, and then you can finally not have Yui in your party. I guess that's something we didn't mention.
Yeah.
You through the game, you
Yui-
have to have Yui in your party.
And Yui is terrible.
Yeah, Yui's
usually.
not so good. That's why we've been using for healing and cancelling other people's attacks. I need to speak. No, I don't.
I'm just gonna try to get to the credits real quick.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Yui is pretty bad. Don't get this guy. Nice. But yeah, after the game, you can basically pick whoever you want. Okay, good. Got that. I was saying something. Yeah, so you can go back and get the rest of the characters, and I believe that's what the all characters category does. Which I was
Yes, it
considering learning for this, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't. Because that would have been bad.
Isn't it like 2 hours long?
Yeah, it's like 2.5
Something like
hours, which, to be fair, was about the length of my first any percent run of this. Like, Blast Raid 2, that should take care of everyone. Just whack in a quick all healer, because why not? There we go. Okay, dodge this guy. Don't hit that switch. That switch down there is a big troll, and actually just gets rid of half the floor. So we're coming to the end. We're in Gulgan's base. Don't actually know who Gulgan is. Does it explain who Gulgan is? I don't think it does.
No.
No. Quick recover, just because there's a fight coming up.
He's an evil dude. That's all I know.
He's an evil dude.
Yep.
Don't know his anything to do with Grandia 1. Like I said, neither of us have played Grandia 1. Like, I've played a little bit, but not enough to remember any of the story.
This is the only Grandia game I played.
Why did you pick up this game of all Grandia games?
I watched Nacho play it because I was following him and it looked interesting, so I played it casually. I'm like, well, this is fun, so I started speedrunning it.
Nice. It is pretty fun. Do you want to, I guess while I'm just doing some puzzles here, and I've already goofed. Have I goofed? Yeah,
Very
I've goofed.
good.
Is there another save point? I need to walk back to the start, because I've not fixed number 4. No, I'm gonna go back.
Oh, you didn't fix? Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, 1 second, that's my bad. I need to walk back to the start.
The game's main villain is the evil Golgan, who is responsible for Yui's appearance in the New World. Nice.
Yeah, the plot isn't much to write home about. It's okay. Okay, so now that I've actually done what I was meant to do, now I can go do that stuff. And I didn't cost much time. Like, we have to do that anyway. Like, that's how we do it. I just wasn't supposed to go much further. So this fight's Ape. Ape is pretty easy. I'm gonna do Blast Raid 4. And I'm gonna do Burn Flare 2. That should give me a combo, and that should take everyone out. What was I saying? Do you want to talk about how you found like the RNG manip and that sort of thing?
Well, I didn't necessarily find it. I was talking to, I think, Nacho in the Discord, and I'm like, hey, is there any, like, ways that, like, RNG manip could, like, happen? He's like, well, you can get the same seed every time from holding the A button. Other than that, I don't know, or something like that.
Okay.
So I went with that and just made an entire route about it.
Cyber attack. Okay, so this is new territory for me, because usually I'd have Bang. Yeah, and that would basically cancel all magic. But, no, it's fine. Cancel sword. Just cancel the left one. I can't do the right one, I'm not there in time. Oh, but my action got cancelled, nice. All healer is going to be important. Okay, Yui's dead.
Oh no.
I think I can still make it through though. So I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna get protecting on Milda. And I should be good.
What are you gonna do without the carry of Yuhi?
Oh, I don't know, like that cancel sword, you know what I mean? That's really where it is. And Hellburner. I guess you could use. I think do we use it in the last fight maybe? I don't know. So I've done cyber attacks. And then I want to blast raid. I'm gonna go for 8, and I'm gonna heal with Fina. On 4. Just get me. Probably don't need it right now. Maybe I should have queued it for a bit later. But ah, there we go. Serpent's down. Nice and easy. Don't need UE whatsoever. So, like I say, we set up a certain amount of cyber attack, and no, there's 2 more being streamed after this, playing all night. It's gonna be Grandia 2 after this, And then after that is the hot spicy meme that is Grandia Extreme. And then that's it for Grandia games. There are no more, so. Alright. Do you think I can do this fight in 20 seconds?
Oh, you got it. Come on. Find a cutscene skip.
No, I'm really hoping to find like some out of bounds or something. But I don't even know.
Out of bounds and mechanical empire would be Pog.
Yeah,
good.
like if we could just skip straight to the Gulgan fight, like that'd be pretty good. Okay, Gulgan. I recovered and I saved. So normally I'd use Yui's Bang, but I'm not gonna do that. So I might have been closer to 130 had I not tried to grind for Bang, but it is what it is. I'll probably find a minute for that at some point. It's very easy to minip in this game. Minipping quickly is a different thing, but... Okay. So here we are, Gulgan. So, cyber attack. I need to do quite a bit of cyber attack. I need to do like 19 worth of cyber attack. I'm gonna protect Fina. And I'm gonna cancel sword on Gulgan. Also try and do a bit of damage while I'm at it. But I think the hand is healing, so I probably should have... Damn it. It's fine now. I'm gonna protect 30 cents. Real MVP, who is hopefully waking up soon. Okay, nope, lost 30 cents. Oh well. Cyber attack. It's gonna get me to 16. I'm gonna all heal. Actually, I'm gonna protect Milda. That's what I'm going for. I feel a lot more pressure now because I know you're watching Rioyner. judging my every decision. And then I'm gonna all heal here, because I know Gulgan can do a bit of damage. Not too much though, thankfully. Okay. We should be safe. We should be pretty much done. So I'm gonna do one more cyber attack. On 2. Yep, so more down. All healer again. I would say you pretty much just need Milda for this fight, like... I mean, Fina's nice. So hold on, now that I've done that, I'm gonna go for a 6 blast raid. And... I'm gonna go for a burn flare. On 5. So this could be it. This could be it. Yes! Alright, and...
Good game.
Time! Yes! Not terribly overestimate. And not too far behind. Not too far behind Rioyner. To be fair, that is about the difference between RNG manip and no RNG manip, so... That's not too bad, I'm happy with that. Thanks, 30. You pulled me through. We could watch the credits, but I guess we've already watched it on Rioyner's, so... let's just see, I have a couple of pings to look at now. Alright,
Oh gosh, I've
30.
worked in 5 hours.
Oh, okay, just a thanks from 30. I'll speak to 30. Right. So I guess we'll wrap up on this one. Any last words, Rioyner?
Nope.
Nope. Alright, I'm just gonna say thank you thank you to everyone that watched. I don't know how many it was because I can't see the viewers, but thank you. If you want to pick up this game, we have a Discord. It's very friendly and nice. And up next will be Grandia 2. I'll be helping commentate that because I have nothing better to do today, so I'll be in there for 11 hours. So, yeah, thank you, everyone. Up next will be Skinny running Grandia 2. So, catch y'all later.
Bye.